Hey there, Pagan Perspective. Welcome to Wednesday. My name is Danni and I'm subbing for Yucca this week. The question comes from Crumblecat and it is, does paganism and politics mix? So if you watch me on my personal channel, you know that I recently did a video after the Kavanaugh confirmation about how I was feeling politically and just in this current moment in time. So if you're curious about my personal political beliefs, you can head over to my personal channel. In this video, I just want to talk about things kind of generally. I think it's very common for many people who have strong spiritual beliefs to have that be a part of their political actions and beliefs as well. For instance, pagans who find deity and meaning in nature probably will act politically for candidates and causes that really help protect the environment or fight climate change. There are many Christians who feel very strongly in the value of life, and so they politically act for pro-life causes. Paganism and politics mix because human beliefs are not easily, boxed in at a certain arena. So it's really hard to make just your spiritual beliefs only affect your spiritual politics and not the rest of your life. Your political beliefs are really hard to keep in a box and not affect or, ooze into your spiritual beliefs or your day-to-day interactions. So pagans are not alone, and I think it's really important that people have this oozing and cohesive set of beliefs, even if their actions might be more, boxed off and specific arenas. I come to kind of a mixed feeling about this. We are humans and this is how we work and this is a good thing. It's certainly hard in a system where we want religious freedom to also make sure that when our religious and spiritual ideas bleed into our political actions, that we're not infringing upon other political beliefs and actions. There aren't as many pagans out there. There are certainly more Christians in the US, for example, and their spiritual beliefs turning into political actions can really ruffle a lot of pagans when it comes to pro-life, pro-choice, when it comes to the environment, when it comes to all sorts of topics, which I won't get into. But I think there is a way that we can be both in tune and aligned with our spiritual beliefs, whatever they may be, while also respecting other people's beliefs in our political actions. But it does mean a lot of tricky and difficult conversations, and it does mean more people being involved. I think one of the hardest parts about our political moment right now is that engagement is fairly low. There's a lot of really loud people, but we still don't have across the board high voting rates. We have a lot of things that are put in place in our system to keep people uneducated and unengaged. And if we can work on our system to incorporate more people, I think some of that tension between spiritual and political beliefs can kind of help balance each other out and have the conversations that make it easier for us to understand where everyone else is coming from. So I'm firmly on the side that paganism and politics mix. I do, in my own personal practice, have a lot of things that bleed into one another when it comes to those two arenas, and I think that's a good thing. But I also hope that you guys voted, and I hope that whatever side you're on, you know that there are more elections coming up. There are more committees to be involved in. There's more urban planning in your community. There are so many points of political activity that needs your voice, that needs your action. And I hope you feel inspired right now to do that, to get involved, to be engaged. That is my hope. In the comments below, I would love to hear what election results you were watching last night. Is there good news on what you were hoping for, or are you kind of bummed out? I know that in Wisconsin, we were all really watching the governor's race. We took Tony Evers, which was the Democrat candidate, and ousted Scott Walker, who has been very controversial for a long time. It was a very close election. But in the state assembly and state senate, we are still very much Republican controlled. So, you know, more things happening, and that's where we are in Wisconsin. So I'd love to hear about your election results in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and as always, may you find peace in the sacred grove.